my name is Jacklyn Dougherty, and today I'm practicing my piano, so let's get started. Actually, by the way, I want to go grab something. Okay, we'll have to go back to these. Alright, so I'm gonna get, they didn't turn on really, it's okay, I'll worry about those in a few seconds, okay? Alright, so I'm gonna practice. I was gonna mic up my piano and like mic me up and be like, hey, talk a little bit more, but seems like one of my mics are dead, so you guys are gonna get an iPhone mic type of vibe today. Alright, so let's get started with my piano. The best way to start the piano is to do your scales. So I am going to start off with my scales. I'm going to do my 1 octave scales at okay, I'm doing my 1 octave scale at I actually need to grab the iPad for that one of what my can I just see the iPad for a second? $80. Okay. 80. Okay. So I'm doing my 1 octave scale at 80 with my metronome. I'm gonna actually today use my pink metronome and use this one. I'm gonna set it up at 80, which is andante. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put on a few minutes. I'm gonna put a minute and do that for a minute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we go. So now I'm going to do my 2 octave scales. Kind of might have to, that might work where you guys can see me. Alright, now I'm going to do my 2 octave scales. Still keeping it at 80. But this time I'm going to go 1 and 2 and 3. Wait. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Now I'm going to do it at 80 with counting like that. 5. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I'm still gonna keep it at that pace. And what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be doing my triplet. So it's gonna be triplet, 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 triplet. So it's gonna triplet, 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 so 1. Put another minute on, and now I'm going to do the same thing with my left hand. One, two, three, 4. that. Then we also have my arpeggios root position. Did she give me a metronome for that? No, she didn't. Let me now look into the next thing. Alright, so I just completed my C major scale with all those like technical things that I had to work on. What I'm gonna do now is I'm actually just gonna run through the scales that I know. I should be looking at you guys and talking. I'm gonna actually go and run through the scales that I know with my just playing it normal, and then I'm gonna go right into a song that I kind of working on. So I am practicing, so that's what this is a practice video. Okay, so the first scale, I'm gonna actually start backwards. The first one, I just did C, now I'm gonna do G. I'm just gonna play it like 4 times and then call it. I just did a few times. Now I'm gonna head into my D major. My D major only has 2 sharps, which is F sharp and C sharp. So let's go into those ones. So that was my D major scale. Now I'm gonna head into my A major. My A major only has 3 sharps, which is C sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. So I'm gonna go. I just played my A major. I am now going to be playing my E major scale. I just did my E major scale. I'm now going to head into my B major scale. Scale. I'm now going to head into my E major. Did I have E major in this book twice? I got E major in this book twice. Alright, so guess I'm doing it again. E major scale, F sharp, all right. Now it's 20 minutes. Huh? Because I like to listen to the recordings while practicing. I like listening to the recordings while I practice, and like sometimes use my phone as like the second device. But yeah, because that's why I have the timer and stuff. Was because I was using my phone. Okay, I'm gonna put these timer and stuff. Was because I was using my phone. Okay, I'm gonna put these scales on. I'm gonna play a few songs from a Pacific book. I'm probably gonna put like 5 to 10 minutes on the clock and just play like a few songs from this book. And then I do want to kind of go into a song that I was actually working on. So I'm kind of just gonna put 10 minutes on the clock, 5 minutes on the clock. 10 minutes is fair, and just kind of play some songs for a little while from a Pacific book, and then go into my own book. why. Alrighty. So now I'm heading into the next song. Oh, I'm going to tell you guys the material too. got 19 seconds to spare, so I'm going to actually put this away and pull out my book that I am working on a piece. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so I'm gonna put, so I like to put like time increments on some of my stuff because of the simple fact that I will spend at least almost 30 minutes on like finding little C-say. So it's better for me so I can get more things done in my practice. I put like a timer on so I can kind of like work on everything because I don't need to just work on one thing. I need to work on like 5 things, as you guys can tell in this live already. So I've been working on this piece. I think she said to put the metronome at 50 because I feel 50's comfort zone. Yeah. So I'm working on this piece. It's the Sonata in G by Beethoven. I'm at 50 clicks, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's in the key of G major. And I'm gonna do the first 2 measures, getting the timing for 5 minutes, hands separately. And then I'm gonna go into the next 2 measures, hands separately. But right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like 5 minutes of both hands and then take it from there. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 1, and 2, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and. So 1, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 3, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay, my metronome decided to stop clicking. 1. Okay. 1, 1, and 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. But they're not staccato, they're slurred. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and... Alright, so I'm going to turn this off for a second and just play without metronome for a second. I did that for a few minutes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a minute on the clock because the left hand is really just playing literally 3 notes throughout that whole time. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to put like 2 minutes on the clock to work on just those 3 notes. That's all I'm going to do. So 2 minutes is on the clock and now I'm just going to work on that. So it's going to be... Yes. So 2 and 4. 1, 2, and wait, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 metronome. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is my time with that. So I'm actually gonna put on 5 minutes putting both hands together, and then I do want to actually learn 2 new measures. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on, let's do 4 minutes for these 2 measures. So it's gonna go 1 and 2. Oh, let me first make sure my hands are right. 1 and 2 friendly for that. Wait. Okay. So. So that is the done of that measure. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into measure number three. And now I'm going to work on hands separate. Playing this. I'm going to turn my time run for, because I like to do 2 measures if I could. So I'm going to actually put 10, I'd rather do 5 and 5. I'm going to do 5 minutes of measure number, whatever it is. So it starts on 3, which is F, A, C. 1 and so be 1 and 2 and 3 and 2. 1 and 2 and So 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and since I just played my right hand, I'm actually gonna go and do my left hand for a second. Let me check something. I'm gonna put 2 minutes on the clock and just work on the two hands. So it's gonna be. So we just worked on that. Now we're gonna go into measure number 4, and I'm gonna put in 5 minutes kind of to work on measure number 4. Measure by measure, we're gonna get it done. Okay, so we just did. So it's A. Okay, so it'll be, let's take them 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do the first row with just the hands by itself. I'm going to do just the first row and take it from there. But I'm going to put like 4 minutes and just do the first row. And then I think I'm going to end it for today. So that is that practice. So thank you so much for watching me practice today. I'm going to end it just right there. Hope to see you soon. Bye.